This is the audio commentary for The Creature from the Black Lagoon. This is another one of those where it's titled David Taylor's The Creature from the Black Lagoon. Not to be confused with some other Creature from the Black Lagoon, which there is, I believe, a movie called The Creature from the Black Lagoon. But this is David Taylor's The Creature from the Black Lagoon. Another idea, I guess, I usually would draw the cover, and during that process, once I came up with the title, once I drew the cover, that would start to get the story rolling in my head, I think. So here we have a kind of an elaborate text design for this one. So yeah, that's The Creature from the Black Lagoon. And this was number 7, so it's another early one. And you'll see the story's pretty simplistic. They get a little more involved as I go, but you can see there we have all the other cricket books at the time. So it's number 7. We have To the Moon, On the Moon, and Found. There's 1, 2, 3. Killers is probably 4 or 5. Corny War may have been 4. Pocket Joke Book was in there somewhere. All right, so here's the story of a man fishing in the lagoon. And right away, the creature comes up, startles the man, and he swims off. Very, very easy. And then he goes back to town and tries to convince everybody that he saw a monster in the lake, and they don't believe him. So he goes back to the lake with a camera to take a picture to prove that the monster was there. This is right around the time of the Loch Ness Monster fad was going on. There was a lot of stories and reports about that, and these pseudo documentaries about people who saw the Loch Ness Monster. Those were pretty popular back then, so this is probably kind of influenced by that. So he goes and he looks. When he sees the monster, he's so afraid that he drops his camera and runs off. But he gets eaten by the monster. This kind of looks like Gonzo from the Muppet Show, with his big long snout there. Yeah, that almost looks like him, doesn't it? So 1 year later, there's a fella, I guess he's looking through some files here. Maybe he's a policeman. Who knows? I don't know. Anyway, he discovers that somebody's missing, this fella here that got eaten by the monster. And I guess for some reason he thinks to go back out to the lake. And sure enough, and I don't understand why I framed this panel. He's all the way over here, and then I have a bunch of blank space, so I guess I put some trees in there to kind of fill that in. Now, I remember working really hard on trying to get that guy holding the camera. Very hard to do, at least for me, in these early days. There's a lot of text here. This is almost like a written story with illustrations, not much dialogue going on. The monster's startled by the flash and jumps back into the water. But the picture comes out and he's able to rally the troops. They come out. And that story pretty much stalls right there. All right, let me break in and talk about this paragraph that I failed to mention when I first recorded this. For some reason, I went back later and made a change to this paragraph. Originally, I had the mayor calling out the army to guard the lagoon, and you can see from the picture that that's definitely the army with the tank and the heavy artillery and helmets on. The only thing I can imagine that happened is that when people were reading it, they got confused or they misunderstood what was going on, and I changed it to men. Don't know why. Maybe it didn't sound right, or it didn't roll off as you're reading it right. Maybe it was unreasonable or unrealistic to call out the army there. But you can see there that there was a change for some reason. And even on this other page, you can see where I went back later and rewrote part of it to help the paragraph make sense. Nothing else happens, and we have an epilogue of what became of the monster, different ideas. The Flash killed him, or he jumped in and hit a rock, and you can't even see the kid here. He's out of frame. What happened? There. Here's the kid here too. He's just about cut off. I guess that's Grandma in a chair. No one knows for sure. And this one's, yeah, this is my little corny joke. The end. That's the end, yeah. There's Gonzo again, yeah. Kind of looks like that first Dracula movie. What was the name of that? So this, for some reason, this piece of this book is a different shape. It's a larger piece of paper. It's not the same size, and it kind of is almost a ½ inch, 3/4 of an inch bigger than the normal books. I don't know where I came across this. It's almost like maybe a legal sheet. It's the only one like that, though. It doesn't fit in the box very well. But that's the creature from the Black Lagoon. If you haven't watched the book that this commentary is about, you can click here. You can click here and watch another cricket book in the series. Be sure to subscribe if you enjoyed this. Please leave a comment below and tell me what you thought of the video, or any questions you might have. Thanks.